Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yugioh Welcome to Guide to Your Side, and as I promised, I think it was almost 2 weeks ago from the date, Guide to Your Side Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is looking to be a phenomenal choice in the upcoming possible, post-banless apocalyptic Yu-Gi-Oh! World. I had to get those jokes in. Today we're going to be talking about some cards that you pretty much know, and some cards you don't know, and some cards you really want to know. So whether you're a Blue Eyes player or you're someone getting ready to gear up again, go against Blue Eyes, take it from the guy who's played Blue Eyes way more than anyone ever should. This guy. And buckle in, it's going to be great, and we're going to do this. So I'm going to start with one that's been getting a lot of talk as of late, and I'll explain why it does not work. And some people are going to get really fucking pissed off at me for saying that. It's Dragon Capture Jar. So Dragon Capture Jar basically puts all dragons in defense mode. Oh look, that puts Blue Eyes in defense mode. Of course that makes it easy to jump over. What are you talking about, Ryu? Well, you see, people seem kind of forget there's this one card called White Spirit Dragon that lets us actually, utilize things. And to be fair, if we use the Crystal Wing combo wombo, then we're going to go for Michael, and that's why we don't go for Ancient Fairy Dragon as much. You go for Michael, you banish out the Dragon Capture Jar, and then you make Crystal Wing, and you're like, well, there's that. So you need more than just Dragon Capture Jar. Dragon Capture Jar is just a card that people are trying to hype to actually start selling on the secondary market, and I'm being honest, it's really not worth it. There's much, much better choices, but I do bring it up because it is an option, but it's not the best option. The best options are definitely going to be brought up. So the next one I want to talk about is Utopia Lightning. So this should be pretty damn obvious. Utopia Lightning is able to jump over Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, Azure Eyes, Blue Eyes White Dragon, just pretty much everything. Because it can power boost to 5,000, and it's basically a one-time, I'm going to get momentum on the board and lead to an OTK kind of situation. It's a card that I'm going to bring up. I'm bringing out all the choices that you can. Utopia Lightning is one of the, those things you should have in your extra deck already, so leave it there, you're good to go. Next up, Lose One Turn. This is the better Dragon Capture Jar. It's even better when combined with Dragon Capture Jar, and I'll explain why. So if you're playing, Demise.deck, say Demise still lives after the ban list, because the ban list can be coming out any given time, and this video is pre-recorded. So, Lose One Turn basically nullifies White Spirit Dragon's effect, it nullifies Michael's effect, and you're safe from that whole combo breaker that I was talking about. So Lose One Turn allows you to completely just poop on Blue Eyes players' lives everywhere. QQ, quietly crying in the corner. This guy. Next up, Void Trap Hole. This is one you should pay attention to. Now, it won't stop Blue Eyes White Dragon, but it will stop Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, and the Synchro, and the White Spirit Dragon, and the Exceed. So there's all that goodness that you could be stopping with Void Trap Hole. And it's another one of those options that pretty much is kind of under the radar. It works really great with another card that I'm trying to tell people you should look at playing is the Trap Trick Exceed. So you don't really have to worry about ever having it. You just need to worry about making the Trap Trick Exceed and getting ready for it. To go with Void Trap Hole, because Giant Back Row QQ makes Blue Eyes rage, is Vanity's Solemn Warning, and Solemn Strike. These are all fantastic choices against Blue Eyes players because we are a combo deck, and if you stop a key aspect to the combo, you will shit. And I don't mean to sound this way, but you will shit all over the deck's lifespan. Alternative Dragon is probably the biggest threat right now that the deck can spit out, because it's a free special summon. It's something that the deck needs. Take that away, and the deck starts falling apart piece by piece. A very skilled Blue Eyes player is going to be able to come back from it, but even the best Blue Eyes players die to giant back rows that they cannot break out of. And yes, Twin Twister is a thing, so I would probably also recommend Huge Revolutions over, because you could banish out all copies, and that's also a nifty card. But it's just one of the cards I wanted to mention. But there's way more. So, Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, or Orgasm, it's one of the two, I'm not quite sure which one it is. but basically it's like lose one turn for big monsters. It nullifies all their effects. So as I was saying, that alternative dragon and pretty much all these other aspect cards, Michael and everything, it'll shit all over each and every one of them. Macros Cosmos Defissure, we count on the graveyard, and if you banish out the dragons, Bottomless also works. If you banish out the dragons, we'll be queuing all the way to Co-Money. You know, Konami's just making us cry. Now, because I did say this is the Blue Eyes guide to your side, not just pure Blue Eyes. Quaking Mirror Force works fantastic against all variants of Blue Eyes. It is a card you can pick up for about $10 now. It was at like $5. And you put Chaos Max face down, you put Blue Eyes face down. Now, why this and not Swords of Concealing? Swords of Concealing is a much cheaper variant of it. You can go with it, but Quaking Mirror Force, on the other hand, when the monsters attack, they're going face down, and they're staying face down. And that's a huge thing, because Gospel Revival is now a key player in the whole Blue Eyes deck. And then to take that away, where basically you're sticking them face down so you're ready to deal with all the bullshit, then it's 10 times easier to deal with the entire matchup. I also want to say, the Kaiju Sea Turtle, you could tribute out whatever's in your way, and then you could just run in the Sea Turtle. It's great for pretty much against any matchup. So I get to mention here. Victoria. This is a card that hasn't seen play in a long time, but we're coming up on a format that's going to be very, very dragon heavy per se, because Felgrand and Blue Eyes, if you mix them together, or it's just, whatever. So here's the way Victoria works. You target a dragon in your opponent's graveyard and you special to your side of the field, right? And what dragon loves being special summoned and getting its effect? Felgrand. So if your opponent's playing Felgrand Blue Eyes, which I'm betting is probably going to be the more used variant of Blue Eyes, because it's a little bit more faster, probably that in the rank 8 version, then you're going to be able to steal that Felgrand, use it against them, and what we talk about that Blue Eyes players hate, banishing out Blue Eyes, because the vanilla Blue Eyes is the key card. Without that card, the deck starts falling apart piece by piece. It can't make as many combos as it typically does. It can't summon Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Yes, the deck's really quick, and it can get to its pieces quickly, but it's just as easy to shut down if you know what to do. So probably the following two are the greatest two in my opinion. If you are a dragon player, then you want to use Kokimiro Drago, because you are able to just not allow Blue Eyes to hit the board. No special summons of any light or any dark monsters. So Dark Magician pretty popular. Oh, I'm so sorry you can't have your Dark Magician on the board. The only difference is the Dark Magician matchup is a lot of back row, and Blue Eyes is a lot of front row aggressiveness with dropping monsters. But Kokimiro Drago comes out, and a Blue Eyes player just goes, oh fuck, if I don't top Raigeki, I don't win the game, I'm losing the game. I could try to stall with Maiden as much as I want, but if I don't fucking top into a Raigeki or Dark Hole, whatever, I'm not going to be able to, take out a Kokimiro Drago. And it's laughable, because I've done it to people using Blue Eyes. So, as I was saying, you can lock down your opponent with Kokimiro Drago, but that only works if you're playing dragons. What if you're not playing dragons? Well, here's the greatest sidecar to use against Blue Eyes, and I'm being honest, is Light Imprisoning Mirror, because if I don't have Twin Twister, I don't have Royal Decree, I don't have any means of getting that off the board, I've instantly lost the game. All my combo pieces mean squat. Sure, I could drop a 3000 beat stick on you, but guess what? A 0 attack point monster in attack mode, I'm gonna die. I'm not going to get my Sage Knight's effect. I'm not going to get my White Ancient Stone effect. And if you combine this with lose one turn, or just Solemn or Dragon's Capture Jar even, it's gonna just poop all over the deck. The big dragons go in defense mode, and then Light Imprisoning comes out and nullifies them. You can also use Skill Drain, but I don't mention Skill Drain in this light, mainly because Light Imprisoning is superior, and it's not, it's not limited, it's unlimited, so you definitely want to get your hands on it if you haven't already. I've mentioned it multiple times. I will also mention Torrential Tribute, but you have to time it very, very certainly, because if you time it incorrectly, it's going to backfire on you. So it is an option, but it can backfire on you. Drowning Mirror Force, also something when they go for a direct attack, you send everything back in, doesn't target. Haha. And I also want to mention Effect Valor Maxi, because Maxi, the deck special summons a lot, to say the least. It has 2 normal summons if they're using the level 1s, but with the field. But Maxi is just going to give you more draws. Effect Veiler for the Michael play that, or the White Spirit Dragon, whatever's going to get to your back row that you want to stop, or even the Maiden when it starts using its effect, you want to target it then. That's everything that I can name off for Guide to Your Side for Blue Eyes. If there is something you want me to cover in a future Guide to Your Side, make sure to let me know in the comment section below and I will make it happen. I'm Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, that's RYU. And if you enjoy my content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and become part of the Council Nation. I will see you on the next video as always. Till then, peace.